This presentation is provided by Martin Fine and Alina Balistreri. We are from CRLS, Conflict Resolution and Legal Services, and this is a brief introduction to conflict resolution. Let's begin with what we describe as the 4 cornerstones of conflict resolution. First, we ask, why do we have conflict, and how can we more cost-effectively deal with conflict in our society? The second cornerstone is what we call the conflict volcano. This cornerstone addresses the importance of discovering the interests of the parties. Then we come to the third cornerstone, which is the need for the parties to communicate with each other and exchange views. Lastly, some type of agreement must be reached for conflict resolution to be considered successful. Now let's explore each cornerstone. Conflict is prevalent in all aspects of life and in our society. It's how we resolve conflict that distinguishes us from the sharks and the crocodiles. In American society, and especially in California, we have an over-reliance on the legal system to resolve conflicts, which has resulted in overburdening our courts, tremendous delays, and expense. We've all been in situations where we have been treated badly or been exposed to bum calls. To those of you who are sports fans, you likely have had calls go against your team, which replays have clearly shown to be wrong. Or perhaps you've been in the courtroom and been subjected to bad rulings by the judge or bizarre verdicts by the jury. Or you've been exposed to other situations at work, home, or business where you have been treated poorly or subjected to abuse. Conflict resolution gives us more control over our destiny. If money, time, and people are important, then mediation makes sense. Findings by the American Bar Association and reports to state and international legislative bodies have found that individuals can express themselves better in mediation. Rates of satisfaction range from 80 to 90%, and parties save significant attorney fees, expert fees, and other costs. We refer to the second cornerstone of conflict resolution as the conflict volcano, because this is where conflict can become incendiary after it has gone through the conflict reactor. As attorneys, we're used to seeing disputes in the latter stages, and we form the complaint in terms of a client's position and the damages that are sought. In conflict resolution, the key to reaching an agreement is in the interests of the parties. Interests are found below the surface, and they thrust the molten lava through the conflict reactor. Interests are the underlying needs that are motivating the dispute. Without uncovering the interests of the parties, a durable and meaningful agreement is less likely. Cornerstone 3 is communication. Conflict resolution involves the exchange of information and viewpoints. People are different and use different styles and means of communication. The key for the mediator is to help the parties identify what filters or barriers are interrupting and interfering with good communication. Examples of these barriers are age, gender, race, culture, nationality, or language. Cornerstone 4 involves reaching agreement. When reaching an agreement, the mediator will help the parties process information while keeping the focus on priorities. The mediator assures that balance is maintained in the terms of the agreement. The mediator also helps overcome impasse and resistance to agreement, with the goal of drafting an agreement consistent with the interests of the parties. In summary, conflict resolution is a process. The mediator's role is to help the parties exchange their views and improve their communication so they can navigate the pathway towards agreement. CRLS provides a number of different types of conflict resolution services. If someone is uncertain whether conflict resolution is needed or whether another party will participate, CRLS can contact the other party or parties to open the dialogue. This is called convening. Mediation is when 2 or more individuals need an impartial facilitator to assist in the negotiation of an agreement or settlement. Conflict resolution can also involve facilitation during meetings, when disputes or disagreements may arise. Facilitation may also be needed in complaints or other situations in which customers or vendors have disagreements. Arbitration and hearing officer services are when the parties agree to allow an independent third party to convene an evidentiary hearing to review documentation and testimony and render a decision. Lastly, we can provide diagnosis and assessment services and review of policies and procedures in personnel, environmental, energy, and other areas. We hope this has been helpful. If you would like more information, please visit our website at www.crlsmediation.com or contact us. Thank you for your time.